In this podcast episode, Chamath Palihapitiya, a prominent entrepreneur and investor, shares his insights on the evolving landscape of media, the impact of social media algorithms, the future of education and work, and the role of artificial intelligence in society. He also discusses pressing issues such as nuclear proliferation, drug policy, immigration, and the polarization of American politics, emphasizing the need for collaboration and critical thinking in addressing these complex challenges. Palihapitiya discusses the current landscape of media, emphasizing the shift from traditional journalism to opinion-driven content. He notes that the focus on clicks and sensationalism has led to a decline in factual reporting, creating a polarized environment where news outlets cater to specific political ideologies. This shift has resulted in a lack of centrist news sources, leaving audiences confused and misinformed. He argues that the outrage machine thrives on extreme opinions, which further complicates public discourse and understanding. Palihapitiya highlights the role of social media algorithms in shaping public perception and behavior. He explains how these algorithms prioritize content that elicits strong emotional reactions, often at the expense of nuanced discussions. This constant exposure to sensationalized content can lead to a form of mental fatigue, making it difficult for individuals to engage with more balanced viewpoints. He draws parallels between the addictive nature of social media and unhealthy eating habits, suggesting that both can have detrimental effects on well-being. The conversation shifts to the education system, where Palihapitiya critiques the rigid structure that often stifles creativity and critical thinking. He argues that the current model is outdated, especially in light of advancements in technology and artificial intelligence. He believes that education should focus on teaching students how to think critically rather than simply memorizing information. This shift is essential as AI continues to evolve, potentially taking over rote tasks and leaving humans to focus on judgment and creativity. Palihapitiya expresses optimism about the potential of AI to revolutionize various sectors, including healthcare and materials science. He provides examples of how AI can improve medical procedures, such as reducing error rates in surgeries. He envisions a future where AI assists in developing new materials that could lead to significant advancements in construction and technology. However, he acknowledges the challenges that come with integrating AI into society, particularly concerning job displacement and the need for new skill sets. The discussion takes a serious turn as Palihapitiya addresses the threat of nuclear proliferation. He reflects on his experiences growing up in a country affected by civil war and emphasizes the importance of understanding the destructive potential of war. He warns against the complacency surrounding nuclear weapons, arguing that the world is at a critical juncture where miscalculations could lead to catastrophic consequences. He advocates for a more responsible approach to international relations, urging leaders to prioritize de-escalation and dialogue. Palihapitiya delves into the complexities of drug policy, particularly in the context of the opioid crisis and the legalization of substances. He discusses the challenges of balancing personal freedom with public health concerns. He points to examples from countries like Portugal, which have decriminalized drugs and seen positive outcomes, such as reduced addiction rates. However, he also acknowledges the potential pitfalls of such policies, especially in areas with existing social issues, like homelessness and crime. The conversation touches on the future of work in an increasingly automated world. Palihapitiya expresses concern about the potential for widespread job loss due to AI and automation, particularly in manual labor sectors. He discusses the concept of universal basic income, UBI, as a possible solution to mitigate the impact of job displacement. While he recognizes the potential benefits of UBI, he also raises concerns about the societal implications of providing financial support without encouraging personal responsibility and work ethic. Palihapitiya critiques the current regulatory environment surrounding technology and energy. He argues that outdated regulations hinder innovation and prevent society from fully benefiting from advancements in energy production, particularly nuclear energy. He believes that a more flexible regulatory framework could facilitate the development of new technologies that address pressing global challenges, such as climate change and energy security. Throughout the discussion, Palihapitiya emphasizes the need for society to adapt to the rapid pace of technological change. He argues that as technology evolves, so too must our understanding of its implications for human behavior and societal structures. He advocates for a proactive approach to addressing the challenges posed by technology, urging individuals and governments to engage in thoughtful dialogue about the future. Palihapitiya reflects on the importance of human connection in an increasingly digital world. He expresses concern that the rise of technology, particularly social media, has led to a disconnection between individuals. He believes that fostering genuine relationships and communication is essential for maintaining a healthy society. He encourages a return to face-to-face interactions and meaningful conversations as a way to combat the isolation that can result from excessive reliance on technology. Palihapitiya discusses the current state of marijuana legislation in the United States, highlighting the potential benefits of reclassifying it to a Schedule III substance. He argues that marijuana should be treated similarly to alcohol, requiring individuals to be 21 years old to purchase it, and emphasizes the importance of education on responsible use. He expresses concern about the potency of some marijuana products and the potential mental health risks for individuals predisposed to conditions like schizophrenia. Chamath shares his belief that marijuana can foster compassion and awareness, but warns that its effects can be detrimental if used irresponsibly, particularly for those already struggling with mental health issues. The conversation shifts to the complexities of food regulation and health in America. Chamath reflects on his experience wearing a glucose monitor, which revealed surprising insights about how different foods affect his body. He notes that many foods considered healthy, like quinoa and brown rice, can cause significant sugar spikes, while cooking methods can alter their glycemic impact. He expresses concern about the American food supply, particularly in food deserts, where access to healthy options is limited. Chamath argues that the government should take a more active role in ensuring that food assistance programs prioritize healthy options for low-income individuals. Chamath shares his passion for wine and the lessons he has learned about the industry. He discusses the importance of understanding price versus value, noting that expensive wines do not always equate to quality. He recounts his experiences in Italy, where he discovered exceptional wines at reasonable prices, contrasting this with the often inflated prices of wines in the U.S. He emphasizes the need for consumers to educate themselves about wine and to appreciate the stories behind the products they purchase. The discussion turns to the role of government and the inefficiencies present in the current system. Chamath argues that the government should focus on streamlining processes and reducing bureaucracy. He suggests that adopting a zero-based budgeting approach could help identify unnecessary expenditures and improve efficiency. He believes that a more effective government could better allocate resources to address pressing issues such as healthcare and food security. Chamath reflects on his own immigrant experience and the importance of following legal processes to gain citizenship. He expresses frustration with the current immigration system, particularly regarding the treatment of undocumented immigrants. He acknowledges the challenges faced by those seeking a better life in the U.S., but emphasizes the need to prioritize the needs of American citizens, especially veterans and those in economically disadvantaged communities. He argues that the government should focus on creating opportunities for all citizens while also addressing the needs of immigrants. The conversation touches on the polarization of American politics, particularly regarding figures like Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Chamath notes that while Trump is a polarizing figure, many of his policies have had positive outcomes. He encourages listeners to separate the message from the messenger and to consider the implications of various policies. He believes that the 2024 election will be crucial in determining the future direction of the country, particularly in terms of foreign policy and domestic governance. Chamath discusses the potential of artificial intelligence to improve governance and streamline bureaucratic processes. He envisions a future where AI can help identify inefficiencies in government operations and facilitate better decision-making. He acknowledges the challenges of ensuring that AI systems are unbiased and transparent, but believes that harnessing AI could lead to significant improvements in how government functions. Chamath emphasizes the importance of economic abundance in reducing the likelihood of conflict. He argues that when people have access to resources and opportunities, the incentives to engage in war diminish. He believes that creating economic opportunities globally can help address the root causes of migration and conflict, ultimately leading to a more stable world. The discussion shifts to the implications of U.S. foreign policy and the potential for conflict. Chamath expresses concern about the current administration's approach to foreign relations and the need for a more restrained foreign policy. He believes that the U.S. should focus on addressing domestic issues rather than engaging in military interventions abroad. He argues that the decision to go to war should not be taken lightly, and that leaders must consider the long-term consequences of their actions. Chamath critiques the media's portrayal of political figures and events, arguing that sensationalism often distorts the truth. He shares his frustration with how the media has characterized Trump and other politicians, noting that this can lead to a lack of trust among the public. He believes that individuals should seek out primary sources and engage critically with the information presented to them. Chamath highlights the importance of collaboration among diverse political figures, such as Trump, Bobby Kennedy, and Tulsi Gabbard. He believes that their shared commitment to certain principles, such as avoiding war, demonstrates the potential for cross-party cooperation. He encourages listeners to consider the broader implications of political alliances and the importance of finding common ground in addressing pressing issues facing the nation.